Welcome to Circadian Rhythms of Arcadia. I am Heather Arcadia, and you've joined me for a daily meditation to restart our circadian rhythms and reach a state of Arcadia, a serene and pleasant place within and throughout. So, thank you for joining. Thank yourself for joining. I'm here in Lake Murray in Columbia, South Carolina, in the wee hours of 7 a.m. on a Saturday, on Labor Day weekend. I couldn't resist but get up and enjoy this quiet time on the lake. There are fishies that are jumping around and you can hear the birds. I haven't quite had my coffee yet, but that's okay. Get into a comfortable position. We're going to welcome the day in with a fresh start, good mindset, using our third eye, our heart. Did you hear that? Let us breathe in nature, acceptance, love. I'm going to do a 4 count. 4, 4, 4, and 4. You know the drill. Deep breath in. Hold. Bigger breath out. Hold. Repeat. Let us set an intention for the day. What's our purpose? How do we want to behave? How do we want to think? Staying present, being loving and tolerant, being patient. Maybe learning, trying something new, having a new mindset, being open-minded. There's a lot of intentions that could be set, and those are just a few of them that I tend to lean on. In case you needed some for yourself, you can borrow those. Whatever you do, just breathe with purpose. Be the thought behind your thought. It's kind of a crazy concept, but that's being awakened, being conscious. You know, being the awareness behind your behavior, the thought behind your thought, noticing and observing your actions and your thought processing, and not claiming it to be your identity. I'm not impatient. I am just being impatient at the moment. That's kind of a thought process of being aware or conscious or awake. It allows you to change your behavior, and it doesn't allow you to identify with it. Your ego isn't able to claim onto it as much. You're saying, okay, Heather, I'm being unloving and intolerant right now. Let me change that by being loving and tolerant, by acting as if I've already changed. And therefore my identity is no longer not loving and tolerant. It is just a temporary behavior, not an identity. And therefore I can change it at that split second if I'm willing to be. If I'm willing to change, if I'm willing to have a new mindset. challenge you today to think about your mindset, your identity, and what, at that moment that you need to, that you realize that you're being a certain way that you don't want to be. Check yourself. See how willing you're able to be to change from that very moment. It's hard, but it's doable. The faster we're willing to change in the moments where we need an attitude adjustment, the sooner we'll be accepting and growing. And I'm stubborn, and I'm egotistical, and I'm human, and so sometimes I just don't want to change. I just want people to change around me. I want people, places, and things to change for me, to fit my needs, to fit my desires, my expectations. But life will be a lot easier, a lot more sound and serene and sane if I change my perspective, if I change my behavior, if I change my expectations on those around me and for myself. It reminds me of the Serenity Prayer. I'm sure many of you have heard of it before. Dear universe, mighty universe, please grant me the serenity to accept all the things I cannot change myself. And please grant me the courage to change the things I can, like my perspective, my behavior, my attitude. And please, dear universe, give me the wisdom as best as you can, and as best as I'm willing to accept it, to know the difference. To know the difference between what I can change and what I can't. Most of the time, I can only change the way I think, the way I see things. So I shall open my third eye throughout the day and be willing to change my outlook and my attitude, and be more selfless and of service to others. And that's how I get out of self the most. It feels good. Maybe not in the very moment of me doing it, but afterwards. There's never a time where I've given back or given myself to others and said, that sucked. Never. Let us breathe in 4 seconds. Hold 4 seconds. Out. Let's do 5 seconds. Shake it up. Hold 4 seconds. And repeat.